Welcome. You have arrived to the Hefty Gehls podcast.
Hey, girls. We're back and better than ever. And I personally just want to wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day from your favorite sister of the pair, Gabi.
Whoa.
I love you more than Emma loves you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, I might have some favorite people out there too who I'm their favorite.
No. Okay, in the comments, everybody
Sound
spam.
off.
Everybody spam Gabi bias, Gabi bias, Gabi bias. And you can
No,
have even a
everybody
Wolfie
spam-
bias.
Well, if you're like a millennial like me, you
Millennial Amy.
say Team Emma, Team Emma.
Team Emma, fire emoji in the chat. Hey,
100.
drop some fire emojis in the chat if you're Team Emma.
No, you just say comment below. That's the millennial version.
And
Wait.
do a kneeling girl emoji next to a pink church if you're Gabi bias, and then we'll know what Team
And an oyster emoji.
Oyster did know if you're a lesbian.
I feel like
If you're a part of the LGBTQ community.
drop an
plus.
oyster below. Can I tell you something?
Of course. Well, of course, this is what we're here for, and this is why we have a podcast.
First off, yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Happy early Valentine's
are you
Day.
saying that to me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
To all my
Thanks.
fellow hefties out there.
Emma has full coverage foundation on today, which she never freaking does. And you look like you're like 17 years old with your long, straight brown hair and your full coverage foundation.
Look like a glam bot.
Oh, I'm loving this. Emma's all about the clean girl aesthetic. with her
Baddies. Post for me. Selton learned that this week. He's like,
Don't even.
you tell him
don't
on your
play
mic.
with
Tell
him.
him on your mic. Your mic works. No, we did that Valentine's photo shoot, and it was like if you guys haven't seen it, you can check it out.
Baddies.
Yeah, and Selton said he was going to comment that.
Post for me.
Baddies. Post for me.
That would have been a good one.
I was like, yeah, that would have been really, really good. No, so I saw a TikTok this week. This is what I needed to tell you. I saw a TikTok this week, and it was like, let's bring back this kind of music. And it was this girl dancing to the song.
Timbaland,
Wait, what song's that?
the producer guy, Timbaland.
No, it's this
Everybody
song.
says that Tate McRae's trying to go for that sound, and she's not quite hitting it on the mark.
She said,
She can
she
try,
said this,
but she
bring
cannot
this kind of
succeed."
music back.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
It's okay. We can go for like less than a minute. Okay.
And I'm behind that.
All right. Okay. Listen. So I start playing this in bed.
I second that. That's actually one of my like top 100 favorite songs.
Listen to this. Okay. I was in bed this morning. I could not get out of bed. Last week, I listened to the Mel Robbins
They're gonna
podcast.
say you opened your eyes. Okay.
No,
Can I
listen.
say something? I can't get behind Mel Robbins. I've tried to listen to her 3 separate podcasts. I get about 10 minutes in and I'm like, I physically can't do
I
it.
think that Mel Robbins is for the
Millennial
millennials.
coded.
Yeah.
Though her like commentary when she's interviewing somebody, I'm like,
Yeah.
I just can't do
This
it.
is
Sorry.
the thing, though.
Back to your story.
This is what's crazy, okay?
What?
So Mel Robbins, if you guys don't know, you young kids out there, she's
Having her moment right now.
Yeah, and she does have really good things to say. If you are open to listen to them, Gabi was
I
not
am.
open.
I tried 3 separate times. I did.
Okay, well maybe I'll give you a synopsis real quick. This is number 1 of her lessons. Okay. If you don't want to do something in your life and you know that you want to be your best self, you're never going to want to do something that you don't want to do. So instead of trying to fix yourself, just count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up and do it. Okay. She uses that example in the morning.
I'm like, she said she invented that. I did that shit in high school when it was so early. And I'm like, I'm going to count to 3 and then I have to get up.
I did that to you. Like our parents, you literally ingrained that in us. You better do it. 3, 2,
1.
1.
2. You're like, shit. She's going to get the fucking wooden spoon out. No.
Remember when we had a wooden spoon? That was like our punishment. They would hit us with it.
One time I stole the wooden spoon. Yeah, that was like, if they got the wooden spoon out, that means you're getting a spanking with the wooden spoon. One time I hid it under my mattress when I was sick and tired of it all. I hid it under my mattress. It was in there for months.
It was Gabi's first time being a part of Revolution.
Like, no more. I'm putting a stop to this abuse.
Did they find out that
Put
it
my
was
foot
you
down.
who took it?
I don't really know. I think mom was cleaning one day and might have found it or something. She's like, what the fuck is this doing in here? I'm like, I don't know.
I would have never suspected that you
I
took it. I would have
literally have
definitely
no
thought one
idea.
of the boys took it.
Or, yeah.
But dad took me into the room. 'cause
Go back to your story,
listen,
bro.
I gotta say this though. Mom took me into the room. Or sorry, dad took me into the room because I got in trouble. And mom was like, take her in there, get the wooden spoon. And we go into the bedroom and dad's like, okay, I'm going to hit the bed really hard with the wooden spoon. Just scream like it hurts, okay? And just like, don't do that again, okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Dad would never give us a spanking. It was always
He hit
mom.
the bed. I'm like, ah! I come out. Mom's like, that you're gonna listen. You're gonna listen, right? I'm like, yeah, mom, yeah, for sure.
You're gonna listen, right?
And
I think spankings are a thing of the past. I don't think that's like allowed
honestly,
anymore.
though, like I relate to dad so much because I always want to be the person in every situation who's like the most liked, and like as a parent, like he wanted to be the one that was like the hero always, and like he was perpetrating that way. Like I feel like that was kind of messed up. That mom's like, you know,
Well, she's like, I'm always the bad guy. I always have to be the bad guy. Mark, you
yeah,
do
it was
it.
definitely like good cop, bad cop,
Yeah.
kind of combo.
Guys, I went to Pilates this morning and I'm on day 2 of my period. So I'm probably the most brave girl in the whole United States today. Just wanted to put that out there so everybody feels bad
Yeah.
for me.
Honestly, the bravest.
What's your story about Macklemore and Ryan Lewis? Jesus Christ.
Dang, you like knew that off the top of your head. That's the artist.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Like,
So I'm in bed this morning. Okay. Last week, the Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule, it worked on me. Okay. Like 3 mornings in a row. I'm like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's always
Don't
day
snooze.
4.
It's like you can't snooze your alarm. You can't look at your phone. You get up. Well, then on the 4th day, I like kind of forgot that I was following that rule. I went back to my old habits, and then it was just like everything was in the trash. So this morning, I'm like, I'm going to do the rule again. I'm going to try to bring it back. I could not. I counted down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 so many times. And then I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. I downloaded that song on my Apple Music. I should put that on. That'll get me up out of bed. Okay. So I put the song on. Everybody, please listen to the words of this song right now. Watch, read it.
Return to the Mac. You know what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit.
Did you hear that? It literally says,
Macklemore.
looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking on who hit me. Get up. Literally,
Oh my God.
if you cannot follow Mel Robbins' rule, just put on this song and like it works way better. Like this will always get you out of bed. And then by the time you get up, it says the part where it says moonwalk, and then you can like moonwalk.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Like I'm literally
I've
gonna
heard
be a
enough.
motivational speaker. I just can see it in my future.
I just feel like for me, when I'm listening to Mel Robbins, maybe it's because I'm such an avid Oprah Super Soul Conversations listener. I listen to every single one. That when I listen to Mel Robbins, I feel like she's like faking it. Not faking it, but just like she doesn't, I don't get the vibe from her that this is like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're just, I feel like I'm like, the girl, this is not you. Like, you're just kind of like, it worked and now you're running with it. Oprah, on the other hand, it's like deep in her soul. You can feel she believes what she's talking about. It's like for your higher self. And I'm just like, Mel Robbins, you're not
I have bad
doing it
news.
the
I have
way
bad
Oprah's
news for
doing
you.
it.
Oprah had an interview with Mel Robbins. She told her that these are 2 of the most groundbreaking philosophies that she's heard. So maybe
I'm
you
not
need to-
saying her philosophies are bad. That's not what I'm saying. It's her for me, but it's not like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
she's saying.
It's like when you go to a church and the pastor, you know, it's like putting
You're
a
just
show
not,
on.
Yeah, you're just not vibing. You're just like,
Your guts like
I
it. Yeah.
can't listen to what you're saying because I don't vibe with you personally.
Yeah, I
And
definitely
that's
get it.
fine. And that's fine.
Well, okay, I want you
that's
to
allowed.
try my Mel Robbins thing.
What it is,
What it is, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed and get enough.
Whoa,
Get up.
whoa.
Moonwalk.
Okay, guys. Anyway. Anywho.
I think I just changed
guys,
their lives. I think
this-
I just changed their lives.
No, they didn't. Like this. And Mel Robbins is so perfect for you because like you guys are perfect for each other. Okay. Anywho,
So
and the people that post Mel Robbins on their story, I'm like, oh, and like this, yeah. And yeah, that tracks. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry.
Mm.
Sorry to like pop your little bubble over there, but I'm Oprah super soul to the
No,
day
I'm
I
saying-
die.
I'm saying
Can we move on? I'm enough.
Okay, then tell me.
Enough.
I have a question for you.
Guys.
How was your week?
Ugh. I had actually a really good week because slushy noobs are back. Slushy noobs are back in a crazy way. And I kind of feel like I have to stop talking about them because it's getting like a little bit like
Fandom?
it's just like, okay, girl, fucking chill. Like, we get it. And this is the thing with being on the internet and speaking on the internet and putting your thoughts out there. Because this is what made me realize this. Probably like one of the first episodes, Addison Rae's Fedora, I said something about like Addison Rae being the it girl, so obsessed with her, whatever. She has this best friend, Lexi, whatever, something. And she's a dancer. And I like went on in this whole like spiel about how I'm so love following them, whatever. I see the Lexi girl that I was talking about on the podcast at Pilates. And I'm like, I could never even like strike up a conversation acting like I don't know this girl because my digital footprint, literally, it's out there. I'm like, I'm just talking about everybody. I can never like play dumb because I'm like, well, now I've set it into the ether and it's there forever. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
can't
You can't take
I
it
need to
back.
shut the hell up.
Well, I
And-
just did the thing though. You have to also check yourself to know this girl at Pilates. If you say hi to her and she follows you, odds are that she's going to go back 10 episodes and listen to our first podcast
I
episode.
know that. I'm not
Are
saying
very slim.
but I'm just saying like, but what if? Like, how embarrassing would that be? She's
Oh, well,
like,
I had that
"Bitch,
happen to me. Have I told that that story on the podcast?
Oh, go ahead and tell it right now. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, I can't ever like lie because the fear of being caught is so embarrassing to me that like I can't even lie in the first place.
No.
Like it's not gonna happen.
This is so embarrassing. So I'm at this brand event. This is probably like a year ago.
This is actually so funny.
And you guys know Gabby's love for Billie Eilish, right? So she knows.
Same thing with Billie Eilish. Like, I need to shut the fuck up. Like, that's what I'm saying. I could never have a friendship with any of these people at the end of the day because of how much I've talked about them on the internet. I'm like, Gabi,
But it's also like,
zip your fuck. You're like, you're never gonna be friends with them.
it's a little bit delusional to be like, yeah,
No,
but-
it's not because it's
you
real
just-
because we could run into these people anytime.
And you just literally took a Pilates class with the girl. So I
That's
feel
what I'm
like-
saying.
Okay. So let me paint the picture for you guys. I pull up to this influencer event, no plus ones. It was for Emma Roberts.
I
Who's-
wasn't there. I don't know.
Who's the girl who was Hermione?
Emma Stone? No.
Emma Roberts, I think. She had a collaboration with DSW. It's her like launch party for the shoes. I get invited, whatever. And I'm like, ugh, okay, I hate going places without a plus one, but like
Same.
it's okay.
I had to do that this week.
Especially when it's like more like B-list celebrities. Like when it's like people that are like A-list, B-list, you know, and then there's like little old me. It's more intimidating because you just feel like there's more
Well, it's
pressure
also
to like
it's
perform.
easier to like strike up a conversation with somebody like when I have you or if I have one of my other friends.
Yeah.
But just like going up to somebody one-on-one and being like, hi.
No,
Like,
but
I don't know.
also, but it's also like when they're on your level. Like if you're at an influencer event and it's like just normal influencers from LA, it's
Right.
easier because like it's like your coworkers. This is like being put in the room with all the CEOs of your company, and you're like, what do I talk about? Right? Like
Yeah.
I'm being judged for everything I say. So we get there. I spot Claudia Slutsky. Is that how you say her name?
If you don't know who that is, it's Billie Eilish's brother, Phineas's girlfriend.
And I know this because Gabby's obsessed and has told me everything about
Like,
Billy's.
stop saying
bloodline.
I'm obsessed. Stop.
Like, I literally know
putting
Billie
that out
Eilish's
there.
like blood type. Like I know everything about her through Gabby. Okay, so I see this girl. We like say hi, whatever. Like it's just kind of where like our seats at the table are right next to each other. Like we see our name cards, so we go to set our purses down. So then we like are standing there next to each other and just like strike up a conversation. Okay, I make the like last minute decision, like game time move, to act like I don't know who this girl is. Like I've never
Because
seen her
also,
before.
I honestly, that's what I'm saying. In these kind of situations, you kind of have to play that way because it's like if you start right off the bat being like, oh my God, I know you, I follow you, like I'm such a fan. Like the interaction for the rest of the night is completely different because immediately she clocks you like, oh, you're a fan. It's not like a genuine like eye to eye type of relationship.
After this situation, I now know it's way better just to make a really small comment like this. Oh my
I think
gosh,
I follow
you
you.
look so familiar. I think my sister follows you. Are you Claudia? You make YouTube videos? And then she would say, oh my gosh, yeah. I would say, oh, it's so nice to meet you, right? That's it. It doesn't need to be this like, oh my God, I follow you, I know you. You have to just acknowledge in some way that
like,
you
oh, I've seen you before. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you look familiar. I think you're on my For You page. What kind of content do you make? Oh my gosh, yeah, that video. What was your most you kind of make the conversation. I made the mistake and I will never make the mistake again. I acted like I didn't know who she was. The whole night, guys, I think I'm playing like so cool. She's like, oh my gosh, yeah, like my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, what does he do? Like, what does Phineas freaking, is his last name Eilish? What does Phineas do? Oh, he's in a band. I'm like, oh my God. Like, wild. She's telling me like,
You're like, oh, a musician boyfriend. Like,
Yeah,
how fun. Like, that sounds so fun.
I'm like, oh my gosh, so cool. Like, it's cool. You're dating a creative. Like, love it. She's telling me all these stories, like, about Coachella and like stuff. And she's like slyly, like, she in no way was like dropping any hints that she was like dating somebody famous. Like, I feel like I was thinking in my head, I'm giving this girl a normal night out. Like, she's finally getting to have a normal conversation. That's what I'm thinking. Like, she's really, because she gave me so much information about like their house and like their neighbors and like what they do on their Wednesday nights. Like, we just had it honestly was a pretty good conversation. Yeah. But we ended up talking to each other the whole night because the ladies across from us, like, they brought us into their conversation once, but that was kind of it. Like, the way that the tables were formatted, everybody kind of buddied up and was like having conversations. We talked the whole night. At the end of the night, I don't know if she said
like,
it.
I just can't talk about people on the internet because I'm like, and what if this like comes up on her For You page? Like, I'm like, the thought of like talking about other people online is just too much. I can't handle it anymore.
No, I hope it does because I want her to know that I like really know I made the wrong move. So I don't know if I said it or if she said it, but it was something like, "Oh my gosh, we should follow each other." Which a lot of like influencers, you do it at the end of the night. It's like,
it's
meeting a work friend, right?
Right.
She hands me her phone. I put in my name, follow. I hand her my phone, not even looking. She goes, "Oh, you already follow me." Oh my God.
I'd be like, all right, do you have a gun in your purse? Please give me that.
I was so like, I feel like I was like a dog with my head hung low. Like, I had to come home.
What did you say?
Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why I thought you looked familiar.
And that's perfect. And that's fine. She probably thought nothing of it.
No, but she was like this. I could just tell the energy shifted. Like, you little, like, I could tell she was like, I can tell you, like, oh, you were playing this whole time. Like, you didn't know me. Cause like,
but sometimes
this is the truth. This is the truth.
Emma, you read the situations completely wrong. So maybe she wasn't thinking that.
But this is what is crazy. It's like, I was so confident in the fact that I only knew her through you that her stuff never comes up on my For You, on my like feed. Like, you know how you follow people,
right?
And
so
you never
you like.
So I really was so confident.
Like, oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Follow
So like,
this girl.
I knew who she was, but I've never seen her photos online except for like from press or something that you would show me, right? Never again. Now I know if I know somebody, I'm not going to play dumb. And like, that is the game in LA. People will not give you the satisfaction to say that they know who you are. Like other influencers, I've seen it time and time again. I've met them 5 times and they will still be like, oh my gosh, what's your name? And I'm like, girl.
Okay, but sometimes it's genuine because I have the worst fucking memory and I've probably met somebody 5 times and I can't like block it into my brain.
I can tell a difference though. They want to
to
make you feel inferior. They want to make you feel like they didn't remember who you are. But I'm like, please,
who would do that on purpose though?
I've had it happen before. Like, I've sat next to somebody at dinner and then the next time I see them, they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, I'm the one that has to bring up, like, remember we saw each other at this event?
Sometimes I need that though, and then it's embarrassing. I'm like, oh, shit.
But if you guys are in this scene, and if you're not, just know, if you ever meet a celebrity, don't act like you don't know them. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you. Like, there's a way to like intro the fact that you follow them or like them. I think that's what I need to
work on, is being like, I do know who you are, but I'm also not a freak.
I did it.
I did talk about you and your whole family on my podcast, but like, I swear I'm not a huge super fan.
But like, who are you?
I swear.
Like, literally, what's your name? That is like the most embarrassing. I forgot about that story.
So I'm like, I need to unfollow everybody.
I feel like it's you live and you learn. And like, that was
it's
like,
just Los Angeles is actually a whole different world of like social interactions. I'm like, everything is just there's not a whole other like level of like
unspoken rules and stuff.
yes.
But this is the thing. I just think we are so new to this job. Like we're only on year 3. And with any other job, you have those moments where you like speak to a coworker in the wrong way. You say something to your boss, like you have a mishap. It's all learning. So pretty much I'm just
like
like
when I called
learning.
the people in the Skims line losers.
Yeah, like when you got canceled. Like, yeah.
Like, yeah, no, like, like that's not funny.
No, but you learn from it. And then like you move on and you're like, okay, I'm never going to do that ever again.
Yeah.
So
I just hate those moments. I'm like,
I was going to tell you, I haven't told you this yet, that in New York, this girl came up to me at the coffee shop and she was like, oh my gosh, like I love your content. I was like, oh my gosh, thanks, whatever. And she was like, is your sister here with you? It was like her first question.
well, she DM'd me and she was like, I just saw your sister. Wish you were here, queen.
Aw.
I'm like,
And I was like, oh no, she's not
Gabby
here.
bias,
It's
Gabby
just-
bias.
Yes, Gabby bias. She walked away and then
She's
at the
like,
end, she
"Damn
was
it."
like, tell your sister I said hi. And when she walked away, I told Selton, I'm like, that was the first straight size person who's ever recognized me in public. She was skinny. Every person who comes
Really?
up to me is always plus size because they follow me typically. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I was the first. Like
that is kind of like, I don't know if that's like fucked up to say or like not racial profiling, but I don't know what the right word is. But every time I'm in like a public place with you and I see a plus size girl, I'm like, oh, they're gonna come up to Emma. Like I clock it. I don't know. It's like subconscious in my brain. I'm like, oh, they're gonna come up to Emma. I just like
they
count.
probably know who she is.
I just wait until they like turn around and they're like,
hey. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, that's actually I shouldn't do that. I
No,
don't
but
even mean to. It's just like I don't know.
I don't think that's bad.
I think that I don't know.
I think it's like, I do think that sometimes too. When I see a plus size girl who does the double take to me, I'm like,
But sometimes I
think, like,
kind of
oh,
do
ju-
that in public for myself. I'll see like a mid-size like girl around my age, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if she follows me.
yeah. You're like,
Because it's like our demographic, like they're very like identifiable.
Well, and also
I'm like,
sometimes when I see
okay,
somebody
diva.
double take, I think like, oh wait, what if it's somebody that I know who's like I'm like not recognizing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
your brain kind of goes to all those places. But when she walked away, I told Selton that. I'm like, hey, for a skinny follower. But then I'm like, no, actually she follows
I know. I
Gabi.
do wonder if any skinny people follow.
No,
me.
I think she just followed you and then she like knew of me from proxy, like by proxy, you know?
Yeah.
But me and Selton went to New York this week. It was Selton's first time in the Big Apple. And the trip started really rough, guys.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you something about Emma Arletta. Okay?
LLC.
LC. Okay. Like clockwork, and she doesn't like to admit it or give it any type of thought to it, but it's the truth because it happens every single time. Emma is an anxious traveler and she doesn't realize that she is, but every time she travels, she gets like, because the new studies have come out that IBS and anxiety are correlated crazy. So anytime Emma's feeling anxious, it comes out through like her throwing up and being super nauseous and getting super physically sick. So she goes to New York and she texts me, I'm so sick right now. Like I just threw up on the plane, like this da 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 da. But I want to tell you something, okay? The common denominator here of the times that this doesn't happen is when she happens to be traveling with me, her confidant sister, who keeps her cool, calm, and collected. And it seems like Selton doesn't have the same effect on her.
No, there has been multiple trips with Selton where I don't get sick. Like when we go to
Few and
Oklahoma
far
and stuff.
between.
I
But
think
like,
this is what I think it is. I think sometimes with work stuff, if I don't have you there with me, it does make me anxious. And I can't acknowledge it. Like my brain won't acknowledge it, but my body like holds on to that feeling. It's like my anxiety shows itself through diarrhea and throwing up.
shitting my pants
Literally,
and
guys.
throwing up in my
So
freaking
we're on
mess.
the plane and I just get that feeling of like overwhelming sweat. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to throw up. Like, I don't know. Like I cannot, like the most
I'm gonna
uncomfortable
pass out.
feeling.
I'm gonna throw
And they're
up.
like, everybody's boarding. And I'm like looking at Selton every 3 seconds. Like we should get off. Okay, I'm fine. We should get off. Like, should we leave? I don't know. And he's like, Emma, like, I think you like, let's just push through it. You're going to be better. Like, just go. Why don't you just like go to the bathroom and just throw up? You're going to feel better. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Like, we're about to take off. I mean, finally, I get up to
This is Emma in her seat. I can already tell.
I had
She's
my
like,
face fan-
her legs are shaking like this.
I had
and
my
she's
face
rocking
fan on
like
me.
this.
I went
can
up to the flight
picture it.
attendants and I'm like, I'm so nauseous. I don't know if I'm anxious. I don't know if I'm going to get sick, but like, should I get off? And they're like, I think it's okay. Like, it'll probably get better, whatever. And I was like, I just don't want to throw up in front of everybody. That's so embarrassing. Like, if, you know, and I'm like, can you guys just tell me right when we get up in the air, like when I can go use the restroom? And the guy was like, oh, don't worry. Like, nobody can hear you up there throwing up. I'm like, you never heard me throw up. I cannot throw up quiet. He gives me this big bag. I make it until we get up into the air, and then I go to the bathroom and I throw up. I literally felt like a little kid. I had to bring the bag out to the flight attendant and be like, I threw up. I literally
You
was,
gave it back to them?
well, it was this huge bag, and like the trash can.
You handed them your throw up
No, I just
bag?
asked it what should I do with it, because the hole to put your trash in
that's true.
in the bathroom, if I would have shoved the
that's
thing,
true,
it would have
that's
spilled
true, that's true,
everywhere.
that's
So
Wait, so you threw up in the
Bag, not the
bag in the
toilet.
bathroom?
yes,
So not the toilet?
not the toilet. No, I was
That's a
sitting
good
on the
choice.
toilet just in case. You never know.
You shouldn't throw up at the same time.
Also, while all this is happening, Selton bumps me on my leg. I'm like so out of it. Like I can't even. He was trying to touch me. Like he was trying to. I'm like, don't touch me. Like I'm so deep into this horrible about to throw up feeling. He bumps me, and I'm like, ugh. He just like kind of raises his eyebrows, and I look past him, and Cardi B is getting on the flight.
Emma throws up on Cardi B.
Cardi B gets on the flight, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't even care. Like I was just like, but her BBL in person,
It's crazy.
crazy. Like
She went to the Super Bowl.
when she's walking down the aisle, it was like boom, boom, knocking people's head to the left, to the right, to the left. To the right. But she did get up in the middle of the flight when, like, you know, when the pilot comes out and they block off the restrooms.
Yeah.
It's like very clear. They have like the carts blocking it off. She gets up to go to the bathroom at that time, and the flight attendant's like, "Sorry, ma'am, you can't use the restroom right now." And
Right.
she's like, rolls her eyes, like, "Oh my gosh," and has to go back to her seat. I'm like, she's just like us.
Cardi B. She's
Celebrities
just like us.
They're just like us. But
Oh
it
my
was
God.
the worst flight of my life. And I hope I never have to feel that way ever again.
Yeah, well, if you would bring me as your +1, then you wouldn't have to feel like that ever again.
Yeah. Well, and what's really worrying me is that at the end of this month, I have a brand trip that I don't get a +1 on. And I'm like talking to my body already, like, don't betray me.
Don't do that again.
You are fine. You are fine.
Don't even do that again. Guys, I think I'm psychic. Can I tell my psychic story real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, if you're chronically online, as I am, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. I was texting my friend from home, Kayla Brashear, and I was saying, because we watched the same YouTubers, and I was saying, Kayla, I just have a feeling that this year, Quen Blackwell is going to pull Hamza, who's one half of the Slushy Noobs. I'm like, I just feel it. Like she's gonna have them on her cooking show. Like her and Hamza are gonna lock in. Like I just feel it. But then I'm like, wait, he lives in Canada, so that'd be like a whole thing. She would have to like fly out to Canada. I'm like, that sounds dramatic. Literally the next week, their first video back, Quen Blackwell, Hamza, on their cooking show. And I just want to say I predicted it and I was first. And Quen Blackwell really has something about her that she is pulling like these everybody's internet crushes and just freaking like collecting them like infinity stones. Like she just had Duke Dennis on. Like she can have chemistry and like make anybody laugh. Like she's just one of those people who's just like, she's her.
No, I feel like her and this is really, I know the girl's name, but it just is not coming to my head right now. Keela and the Bee.
Kiki Palmer.
No. I feel like her personality, how she can
Everybody says that about Kiki Palmer. Everybody's in love with her. Like
everybody's in love with her. She can talk to anybody. Her sense of humor is
Yes.
universal.
Yes.
Her and Quinn
Yeah,
Blackwell are very similar in that way.
She should have Kiki Palmer on her next episode.
I would,
that would
love
go crazy.
that. Wait, that's a really good, should predict that.
Okay,
PR predictions.
Next, PR predictions. I'm gonna start doing PR predictions like that one, bitch. Gucci Gang Gabi approved.
And you said Addison Rae is the it girl, and like, look at her.
It is like she is like, guys, listen to me. I see the vision. Come on, please lock
You
in
just
and
get it.
believe me. Like, who's gonna believe me? Also, okay, I'll stop talking about this slushy noobs. I swear. But they did this whole. So they did like a 2-month break.
Okay.
Their video back was like a live stream of them boxing each other. Okay, and they went on this like they did like a 5-month documentary of like actually like training and like it was a real fight. And so one of the guys is really, really like scrawny and skinny. Like he literally weighed like 120 pounds. And he's
Wait, so
like,
what are their names? Hamza?
Hamza and Martin.
Okay.
And Martin's like this scrawny guy, like literally tiny. Everybody calls him like Ozempic Spider-Man. Like he's very, very skinny. So he put on like a bunch of weight for this fight. And Hamza was like, yeah, it was just so weird, like watching the old footage, like seeing how skinny you were. He's like, it's so weird, like just seeing you now and compared to then. Like then you would say something to me, like I wouldn't believe you. I just like brush it off. But now like I have more respect for you. Like anything you like, oh, actually, like listen. I'm like, Hamza said that to Martin. I'm like, damn, like that kind of just put it in perspective. I'm like, ugh, people do respect hot people. Like when people like get like super fit and skinny, people listen to you more. I noticed that when I got skinny last year, people actually started like wanting to know what I was like saying. I'm like, oh, this is just like the cheat is like you just gotta get skinny and get fit. I'm like, oh, okay, well
Get a
maybe
boob job. Get a boob job.
well maybe a BBL's coming soon. Okay, like what?
And what about it? No, you know what's messed
Like
up?
that just motivated me. I'm like, okay, well maybe I should get really hot and then people will want to hear what I have to say.
I thought a potential career path for me when I heard
I don't know what you're about to
when I heard that there's people in the world like wrestlers and stuff who like need to gain weight and they like get put on meal plans. I'm like, oh, I could give you a meal plan.
No, but what he was saying,
I'm like, you need to gain weight? Come over. Like I will literally
No.
tell you how and what is like I'll give you the best
add the
recipes
most calories.
to add them like dip
Well,
everything in ranch.
he was just saying like he was like it was so hard. Like he's like, I genuinely think I have a problem with eating because he's like, I would literally be like gagging. Like I had literally had to force myself, like shove food down my mouth. And he was like, I would throw up so many times. Like, and he was like, every night I had to just like breathe myself down from throwing up. He's like, I genuinely think I have a problem with eating. He was like, at Chipotle, I'd have to get everything like double wrapped because that adds another 270 calories for like they were like serious
I
about
know.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn,
I could be a coach. I could be
You're
a
like,
coach.
get it double wrapped, queso
Yeah.
burrito style.
Because it's honestly just
Sour cream.
it's the reverse for me. Like when I like would have a really hard time restricting my food and like how painful that is for me, it's just the reverse of it. So it's like it's similar mindsets
yeah,
that you have to kind of train into. And I figured this out when I was in college. One of my really good friends, we were having a conversation at the like sorority house lunch table, and I was talking to her about how I've always been big. I've always wanted to lose weight. Like it's always been so hard for me. Like I just don't understand. Like I feel like I do eat healthy. I work out, whatever. But like my body has just never been small. Like I have a hard time losing weight. And she's like, that's been me my whole life. I can't gain weight. Like I've tried so much and like I've been made fun of and like people would change my name and like make it sound like I'm anorexic. Like this whole thing. And for the first time in my
Damn.
life in college, it clicked for me. Skinny people have problems too. No, I mean in this like I'm being serious though. Like it was like, oh, like
it's hard for them actually to put on.
yeah,
weight,
yeah. So like there's battles at every size.
yeah, there's ain't that the
Nobody
truth.
Yeah. And like
Ain't that the
honestly,
truth.
like if you're mid-size, you got it the best because you just like
No, because you're never big enough and you're never skinny enough. You're just like fucking there. Like you
Yeah.
can't even profit off of being like a little bit fat. You know what I'm saying? Like because you're not big enough to be like work with the plus size brands or be like because it's like then people are like you're not body positive. You're too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're
It's-
saying
you
in
can't-
this
there's
in
no-
the scope of like being an influencer.
yeah I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that's
You
what
kind of
I'm
have to pick a category.
saying. Okay,
No, but
guys, wait, hold on. Wait, well, you have one last thing to say. You can say it.
yeah, the Super Bowl, it reminded me of that Super Bowl commercial that was really, really good of Nike. And it was like, you can't be kind, you can't be this. And it's like, well, then be it. It's saying like, you're never going to win. And the whole thing was like, with Nike, it was saying, like, as women, it was all these women athletes. And it was saying like, well, what everybody tells us we can't be it. And then at the end, it was saying, you'll never win. Like you'll never be.
Oh, it doesn't matter what you do. You're never gonna be like.
Yeah.
No one. You're gonna make
So
everybody
it says
happy.
you'll never
Everybody's gonna have
win.
Something to say.
So win. Like so, just do.
Just do it. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good end to that topic.
Guys, I met Selena Gomez and Jennifer Aniston this week. I did. Can you believe it?
I mean, I met Anna Wintour, so
No, you didn't. And no, she didn't.
yes,
She's
I was
lying.
this close to her, and I did this. I smiled. If you're not watching on video, and
Did you take
she
a picture with
had
her.
her glass.
Did Jennifer Aniston call you honey because she called me honey? I said, "Oh, honey, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here."
What do you say, Selton?
I said you met the other girl from Friends.
Oh yeah, I went to Courtney Cox's
Mm.
house.
All right, guys, choose your player. Jennifer Aniston or Courtney Cox. I love pitting
No.
bumming against
Courtney
each other.
Cox, Anna Wintour, Selena Gomez,
Selena Gomez or Jennifer Aniston.
Emma Bias,
Baker.
Emma Bias.
Pick your poison.
Wait, no, sorry. I really hate that I was just that person just now.
What?
I had to steal your moment from you.
Like, come on, let me have something.
I'm
God.
so that was the very pick Misha moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
we
the pick
know.
Misha moment of the week.
Yeah, we know. Yes, I met Selena Gomez. I should have asked her about her engagement because my sis still engaged. But alas, hindsight is 2020. You know what I'm saying? But in the heat of the moment, you're just like,
Question. Hey. Did you act like you didn't know who they were?
oh, who are you guys? Yeah. No, I said, hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. And then Jennifer Aniston said, oh, honey, we're so happy to have you here. I was like, and Selena Gomez said she liked my outfit.
You probably told everyone that.
Like, you guys are both fucking pick Mishas and need to go back to your
I
house. Is what you need to
didn't have
do.
anything.
Well, we're going to insert
thing
the
about
video
me.
and you guys can choose if you think that that was just a PR move on their part to compliment me or if it was genuine from the heart.
I think it's genuine from the heart.
Thanks, Emma.
They seem like genuine people.
Well,
Jennifer Aniston, genuine.
Genuine. Yes. So that was my highlight of the month. And I really realized like that was such a thrill. Like when I came home that night, I was so energized. I was just like, that was awesome. Like it was so in the night that I saw Rihanna, like it's just like you're on a high. You're like, oh my God, that was the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
You love celebrities.
But even like Avery, who doesn't give a shit, when we saw ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, like even after she was like giddy, like,
Like
oh
you
my
saw
God,
them.
it was so cool. Like you're like, oh my God. It's just like, it's funny. It's exciting.
it's like cool to be in the same room as them.
It's just, well, just have interaction with them. You're like, oh my God, Rihanna just talked to me. Like, what the hell?
So weird.
That's what I live for.
I'm honestly kind of salty I didn't get invited to that event. I couldn't have gone, but I'm like, please. I worked with Lola V so much.
Well, they are clearly Gabi biased, so I don't know what to tell you.
So many of my friends were there. Did you talk to any influencers?
I saw the girl Uche, but I don't know her. So
Oh.
I didn't.
You
I wanted to
should've
be like,
talked
my
to
sister
her.
knows you. Because she'll be like, bitch.
No, she
Oh.
would have loved that to say hi. You should have said hi to her. Like,
Because,
some-
but if she was like, who's your, like, what if she didn't know you when I said your
she
name?
does.
I didn't know that. And then I saw Katie.
Yeah, Katie was there.
Yeah.
All the other girls wore like formal dresses.
It was Galentine's. I didn't even freaking know it was Galentine's. So I just showed up in like a normal fit and I was like, oh, everybody's in House's TV dresses. And that's why I'm saying I think she was genuine when she complimented my outfit because I had the coolest outfit on there.
Well, I didn't know all that information.
Well,
Should have
yeah.
told us that.
Retract your
Backtrack.
statement.
Retract your statement. Selena Gomez loves me.
Mm.
And let me say something I did. So scandalous. Okay. As we all know, I'm a Justin Bieber fan forever and ever and ever and ever. I put on someday Justin Bieber perfume before I went to go meet Selena Gomez. Just to be like, if she'd be like, you smell good.
Did she?
Not that I remember.
Maybe that's why
It's
she
all a
liked.
blur.
Maybe that's why she liked your outfit because she was like
She's
getting
like,
the aura of.
Yeah, she could feel Justin Bieber's aura through me.
I cannot. No, but I really did see Anna Wintour's eyeball. So she always has her glasses on, and
no
it's
one care about Anna Wintour. People care about Selena Gomez. Jennifer Aniston.
no Anna
Sorry.
Wintour. Everybody in the room was like
Bruh.
this.
Or fuck ass Bob. Like this.
Yeah, she was like texting like right before the show. I'm like, this feels wrong. I wanted to like zoom in on my phone to see who she was talking to.
Did you know the Devil Wears Prada is based off her?
Yes. And she smirked at me and I saw her eyeballs.
Did she though?
It's like this. She kind of had
smirk
crazy.
at her?
She had kind of crazy eyes. He wasn't there.
smiled?
He wasn't
Oh.
there. I was at the fashion show.
Where's
was-
our invited to the fashion show?
I was
Don't
on
you
my
know?
own. I was at the scenario that made me sick to my stomach. Speaking of,
Oh, you know what's making me sick to my stomach? Let's just get right into this.
yeah. Wait. I feel like,
Guys,
do you think we have new listeners this week? Possibly.
maybe, hey guys.
If you're new here, every week, it's honestly, I feel like we talked about ourselves a lot.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
We'll
Our first
get
segment.
back to the hard-hitting news. So every week we do a segment called Things That Make Us Sick to Our Stomach.
Fam.
And here's my thing that makes me sick to my stomach. I have a confession to
What?
make. The Dubai chocolate bar that's in everybody's freaking faces and shoved down their throat on TikTok, or maybe that's just my feed, I don't know, has infiltrated my life in a way that is like actually causing me harm at this point. Like it's actually gotten out of control. And this isn't like a cheap habit to have. Like I've actually gone as far as to buy like the actual bulk, like in bulk, the ingredients to make the Dubai chocolate bar. And I'm literally eating like one a day. An entire, like, and they're big and thick. And I'm literally eating one a day. And I get so sick to my stomach. Like literally last night, I thought I was going to throw up. I literally was like, I'm never eating that again. Guess what I did today? Made another one and fucking ate it. Like, it's getting so out of control. I wish I would have never tried it in the first place.
It's reminded me of
It's all I can think about. I literally am leaving for a trip tomorrow. I'm like, should I make one and like pack it? Like I know when I'm there, I'm gonna be like freaking withdrawing from it. I'm not even kidding.
You
Like,
should comment.
It's all I can think about all day.
Wait, do you remember that episode of SpongeBob when Squidward had his first Krabby Patty and he ate like?
No, that's
You don't
me.
remember that?
No, but it's me. I know, just know it.
I was gonna say
It has to stop at some point. Like it's like literally that's all I ate today was Dubai chocolate bar and then that grilled cheese.
sounds really good to me.
No,
You should go
it's
comment on
bad.
Slushy Noobs and be like, Hamza, if you need to gain weight, just eat the Dubai
Like, I'm
chocolate
like,
bar."
why am I not getting skinny for my Euro summer? Why is this 12/3/30 not working for me? Oh, maybe because you're eating like 500 grams of sugar per day. Maybe that's why. It's and I want it again. Like I got sick to my stomach eating too much of it, and it's like it doesn't matter. Like I still want it.
That's like us in Ramen Melrose.
We have this ramen place
bad.
that me and Selton, because we were doing 75 hard, so we were eating like pretty clean. The day we decided to stop doing 75 hard, we like look at each other. We're like, ramen Melrose. We ordered everything
You
on the
like
menu.
ramen Melrose?
Love it. We have like
Really?
our go-to order now. We woke up the next morning so sick. Like we were like, is your stomach rumbling? Like, please. What makes me sick to my stomach, fam?
And also the Chiefs loss makes me sick to my stomach. But that's fine.
It's okay. What makes me sick to my
Okay.
stomach, fam?
No Kansas City pride whatsoever. Like it's not like you were born and raised there. But okay.
That wouldn't make me sick to my stomach. I'm sad for them, but like not sick to my stomach, you know?
Well, I'm not taking it literally. I'm not sick to my stomach.
It's not
either,
good
but
enough
it's
to
just-
make it into the segment, you know?
Damn.
Like that could have been a comment on the
Damn.
intro of the episode. but,
Okay.
like, not now. Number 1 on my list for this week, being sick on a plane when you're traveling. Being sick on a plane is one
Probably
of
the worst places you could be.
I wouldn't
feel
wish
sick
that
at.
on my worst enemy.
Who's your worst enemy?
Guess we'll never know.
Don't say me.
Number 2, this is pretty, like, you're definitely going to relate to this. People out there might not. What makes me sick to my stomach is the thought of going to my first ultrasound when I'm pregnant and the lady not saying that there's 2 babies. Like, if I don't get to experience
Having twins.
what it's like to have twins,
Oh, like I just want
don't-
it so bad for either one of us. I don't even care which one.
like, I just keep seeing, I don't know if it's my algorithm or what, I keep seeing these videos of these moms finding out they're having twins, and I get this, like, overwhelming feeling of jealousy. Like,
Like you're not
Like, I
gonna have
want-
it. Like you know you're not gonna have it.
no, I just, like, I want to feel that so bad. I want to be able to come home and, like, be like, babe, we're having twins.
Why? In what world would you be going to an ultrasound appointment by yourself? Like, huh?
Okay, coming home telling you, like Gabi, like,
No, you would have to do it at the reveal at the gender reveal.
and be like,
Everybody
baby
thinks you're
number
coming.
1, baby number 2. Like, I just want to have twins so bad. And it's weird because like I don't really have any. Like, do we know any twins in our life? Like, yeah, we have like
Cousins.
our cousins, but like Mark and Mike, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, I feel like I don't have friends that are twins. Like, it's just, I don't know where this urge is coming from.
One of
Maybe
my friends, Vanessa Gunn, has a twin, but it's a boy, so they're not identical.
that's the thing too. I don't want to have a girl and a boy twin. It has to be a boy or girl.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, we have a lot of cousins. We have cousin, Jack and Jude are twins. John's kids.
Mm,
Those are such cute names. Jack and Jude.
I don't
Yes.
know. But they're boy
Yes.
girl, right?
Boy and boy.
Oh, cute.
Jack and Jude.
Cute. Jude is a cute boy's name. Well, anything
Emma
else?
just wants to be Asher Graham so fucking bad. If you haven't like picked
Oh,
up
I
on
forgot.
that.
Wait, somebody on the street in New York thought I was Ashley Graham.
Really?
Yeah. They said, oh my gosh, I thought you were Ashley Graham. And I was so excited because I had the Miu Miu sunglasses on that I bought because Ashley Graham had them. And I was like, I literally was.
Bruh. I
could've
was like,
just-
I don't like celebrities. Like, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care about celebrities. Bitch. She's like, yeah, Ashley Graham had these, so I gotta go them. And she had twins, so I'm gonna have twins. And somebody thought I was her.
I actually forgot she had twins.
No, you said
but
it. It's so
this is the
subconscious
thing.
in your brain.
Listen,
Your
I'm
obsession.
going to give Ashley Graham her flowers because she definitely has influenced my life so much. But I also want everybody to know I'm so easily influenced, not just by her.
Oh, and isn't that the fucking truth? Oh my god! Don't even like get me started.
Literally
on
saw
this.
one person with the hydro jug, this water bottle, last week. All my Stanleys are now at the back of the cupboard, hydro jug to the front.
See, and that's
Like-
why I knew it was fine to steal this from you because you wouldn't fucking miss it. Because guess what? Next week there's gonna be a new one. Oh, did you see Hydro Flask made that? And so I'm gonna get one too.
Yeah, that was my first Stanley and you stole it. Sound off in the comments.
And do you
Hydro
even
jug bias.
miss it? No.
Hydro jug bias.
Hey, choose your fighter and choose wisely. You know the right answer.
This straw is so much better though.
Like,
Let me
get
influence
that,
you.
get that shit away from me.
No, but we were outside taking photos.
I'm under consumption core and you're over consumption core.
Mm,
Down badly.
You are not under consumption core.
Emma, be for real with me right now, please.
Okay, we need to take a deep breath and get into media because we're really talking too much.
Okay.
Let me get us
ahead.
back on track. Let us get back.
We have 10 minutes left then.
Let us get back on track. Okay,
12,
everybody, shut
13.
up. Shut up. The show's about to start.
I love, that's one of my favorite comments right now on the internet on TikTok. Is like,
My show's on.
my show's on. I'm like, someone commented on my
Somebody
videos.
Somebody commented that, and
On your popcorn video.
I responded and said, "This is the best comment I've ever had. Thank you so much for this comment.
Thank you. Please comment this again. Please, please, please.
Please come back tomorrow when the show's back on and comment this again."
No one's ever commented that on mine, please.
Because you don't consistently post. You need to consistently post.
Get out my fucking face.
You can't be a show if you're not on every night. At least 5 nights a week.
I am on every night.
What? Hilton.
You say that, but doesn't Bachelor come out like once a week or something?
Yeah,
like that?
exactly. Hey, what is the saying? Oh, what is the saying?
Quantity over quality?
No.
No, quality over quantity.
Good things take time. Yeah. Good things take time. By videos.
So mine aren't good. Okay.
You said it, not me.
No, I have had a couple viral videos. And you know what I want to say to that? I needed that.
Oh, I needed that. My show is on.
You're welcome.
Oh, you see. And this is why they got engaged, so she could have somebody to use for content. And that's it at the end of the day. Really. Come on. Say your true intentions with him. Is he just a prop in your life for your content?
No. 100% no.
Oh, hook her up to a lie detector test. That was the most lying voice I think I've ever heard.
Stop, you're making me
Oh, clock it.
Everybody's staring at me.
She's-
I'm like getting embarrassed.
Yeah, because guess what? We just fucking clocked her T, Selton.
No, Sultan
Get
knows the
her.
truth that I really love him.
for what he provides, aka content for her social media. Yeah.
No. Stop. Anything I
comes
say.
out. Get her ass, Selton. Come on. Tap in with me. Come on.
Anything I say, I just am gonna make sound guiltier and guiltier.
Okay, next episode we're having that guy who does all the famous lie detector tests. He's gonna be sitting right here.
No.
And don't you worry, and we're hooking up Selton next.
Here's
Get
the
your
thing.
questions ready, Emma.
Here's the
Did
thing.
you think I was a catfish? For real? Yes or no?
Sultan did think I was a catfish. He said that before. He literally is shaking his head yes right now. What are you thinking? Because I feel like you're gonna bring this up when we get home, and like let's just do it now.
I'm not thinking anything.
Okay, because you know it's not the truth. Yeah. No, Sultan came into my room this morning. This is what he started saying. You're welcome.
Wait, what's that from?
Oh, I did. What
You're
can I say?
Oh, The Rock.
Except
You're welcome, Moana.
Yeah. Because his video. So this actually is a good segment into media.
Oh,
Last night was the Super Bowl, and there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the halftime show. Number one being the
Celine boot cut jeans.
bell-bottom jeans on Kendrick Lamar.
I need those. Like, let me borrow them, Kendrick, please.
They're sold out. They're only on sale for resale. We already looked into it.
Yeah, because
Damn
I
it.
literally like either a week or 2 weeks ago, I saw a clip of Pharrell. He had them on, and I was like, "Wait, are these coming back?" And then seeing Kendrick have them on too, like I was
It's the
like,
nail in the coffin.
100%.
I want to see your thighs in those pants. Please. Everybody, Operation Get Sultan into the bell bottoms. If there is any dupes, please comment.
They bring Wolfie to the freaking
Wait.
vet today. Look at him in Sydney's.
What did you think about the Super Bowl halftime
Well,
show?
it was really. Oh, I loved the halftime show. Guys, I have something to like tell you, and this is really gonna upset you guys, but I just have to tell the truth because people on the internet are so stupid. I say it time and time again, but I'm like, guys, I actually have two things to say. Number one, SZA's mic was not on.
No.
Y'all thought the comments on every single video. Her mic was on. Her vocals sounded amazing. She sounded so good.
Seriously?
Her mic was on. I'm like, guys.
The first thing I
Guys.
said when she started singing, I turned to Sel and said, "Oh, she's lip syncing."
She
No, you
ain't
could tell
singing.
because like if you hear
That's what I'm saying.
Kendrick's mic, because he
Compared to
did
hers?
word for word, and you could hear like that
Yeah.
kind of echo in there,
Guys.
and hers was like crisp, like it was produced.
It was the
And
exact
this is
soundtrack.
no SZA
Yeah.
hate because I am the biggest SZA fan in the entire world.
Yeah.
But if you guys know, the real SZA fans know, like she doesn't sound the best live. Like, not to
Really?
say she's not talented and not that she's not amazing, but just like live singing isn't her like forte. You know what I'm saying? But she's still a great performer. She'll put on a great show. But like that's just like
No, I thought they were doing that because she was
Not her
dancing
strong
so much. You can't dance and do that unless you're Beyonce. You know?
Also,
Chris Brown does that all the time.
don't talk about
Michael
Chris Brown in
Jackson
here.
did that all the time.
I'm saying different artists have different
things.
strengths,
Yeah, like
okay. Also, I have one more thing to say. This doesn't have to do with the Super Bowl. Chappell Roan's Pink Pony Club. She performed it at the Grammys, and she also performed it on SNL. And everybody, there's a part where it's like the whole crowd sings, right?
Mhm.
And they're like, the fact that she got the entire crowd to sing that loud and that perfectly on pitch is so amazing on the SNL studios. That's never been done before. I'm like, guys, that's a backtrack. Are we seriously this stupid? And all the comments of when she performed at the Grammys, oh my God, they sound so amazing. And it's like, oh yeah, because they're at the Grammys, everybody's a singer. I'm like, guys, it's a backtrack. It's the same fucking track that was played at the SNL. I'm like, are we really like that dumb?
No, what's
Sorry.
crazy is at the Grammys when they panned during that part, there was like maybe 5 celebrities up.
I'm like, you
standing,
think-
the people sitting
And they're
were
like, that's
singing
amazing.
that loud.
She got everybody at the Grammys to like sing that loud and da da da. This is so amazing. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
oh well,
Mm-mm.
I have something to break to you guys, and you're not gonna like it.
No, I think that.
I also another girl that I've been loving in pop culture lately. I think she was on The Bachelor, and she's the one who does the nail sounds.
Gabi.
She has a podcast. It's so funny. She's
like a
funny.
brain rot podcast.
She's so funny. I'm like, and I think we look alike, and both of our names are Gabi. But I also think I look like everybody.
I think she has eczema too, like you.
Gabi, we're freaking locked in.
No, you are for sure. No, but this is really embarrassing.
What?
You know, in the song, in the diss track, when he says probably sing in A minor, I thought that he really meant the note A minor. And I was like, wait, does Drake sing in A minor or something all the time?
Chord and it's probably A minor.
And then I realized, oh, a minor, like,
Who explained it to you? Or you figured it out
I figured
yourself?
it out.
Well, then that's all that matters.
No, I saw in a comment section and it's like,
A
oh, when everybody was singing A minor.
minor.
And then I was like, when I saw it by itself, I'm like, oh, A minor.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to do stories about dating stories, do it now. Because
You don't have anything else in media? I have a whole list.
I'm telling you right now, I'm running out of steam.
Okay, really quickly. What do you think about the Poppi controversy with the vending machines? / have you seen it?
Oh, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I don't care. People are so Poppi, the soda substitute brand, gifted all these influencers a full-on vending machine with their
you're like,
product
put
in
it
it.
schools, put it in. I'm
And
like,
everybody's
guys,
like,
this is nothing new.
Yes.
This is like a tale as old as freaking time. Brands and whatever giving unnecessary shit, free shit to people who can fully afford it and that don't need it are the last people who need these things. It's like
it's the same thing. Like, don't send these people on brand trips.
What?
Don't
It's just
whatever.
the same conversation over and over and over.
But
and over.
also the thing is this, they're not sending it to people in need because unfortunately those people aren't going to give them the publicity that they need to make more sales. They're sending it to influencers who are going to post in hopes that everybody talks about it and will do the influence. That's why people send influencers on brand trips.
You get everybody knows the thing behind it, but it's
I know,
like,
but I'm just saying
still
it's so
seems
random
stupid
that it's like this one thing is like blowing up so much. I'm like, guys,
because it's actually so physically big that people are like, oh my god.
but I'm like, it's the same thing of them sending us a box of mascara when they could send the mascara to
Someone who actually
a
will
struggling
use it.
makeup artist or a single mom. Like
Right.
every single product that influencers get sent is not needed,
Right.
but it's the name of the game. It's the whole, that's what an influencer is, to give influence. Okay. I had to get your thoughts on that. I know that Poppi though is loving it, even though it's bad. Like it's not bad publicity to them. Like I think they love that they're like taking over the internet.
Our publicity is good publicity.
Okay, go ahead and start us off. So since it's Love Month, we put a question box up about what are some crazy date stories that you hefties have
Emma just burped.
have been on. And oh, are you in for a treat, girls? These stories, insane.
You go first because these are like super long.
I have 2 really long ones, but I have a couple that are just like short and sweet. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This one I'm going to start with because it goes out to you. And it said, what's the worst date you've been on? And this girl said, I got to the date and the man was there. Period. I'm like, is this Gabi on her Finsta? I'm like, that's your worst nightmare.
Dom sent me a video that was like, unfortunately, my nervous system can't tell the difference between being held at gunpoint and having to go on a first date. I'm like, oh, that's me.
Literally you. No, this
You
girl,
got me, okay? Like, fine.
this girl said, did not vibe at dinner. He walks me to my car, hugs me, and says in a baby voice, I'll miss you.
I miss you. That's it. I miss you too.
Ew, like imagine it coming from somebody who's like,
You don't know. That's
then-
actually funny.
and that's like giving you the egg, and then they're like,
No, that's at that point you just have to match their freak. I miss you too.
I can't do a baby voice.
Okay. I showed up at the date after he said he was a pretty tall guy. I'm 5'8", and this man was 5'6", max.
Dang it. He, the thinner guy, asked if I, the big girl, wanted to finish his meal when we went to lunch.
Oh, he's going to hell. That's actually fucking crazy. I think, and what makes you?
But
And
maybe
what
he was
makes
just
you
like,
think?
maybe he was just like clueless and was like, "Oh, do you want the rest of this?" And she read into it. Or you think he definitely was like, oh, you want the rest of this?
No, you definitely are still hungry. Go ahead. No, you're done. You're done. Okay. He took me to a golf course and ended up making me record him all of the 8 holes.
Oh.
Okay, can you record this real quick?
I would do that. I feel like it wouldn't be that bad.
First date is crazy.
Found out he didn't speak English. He had been using Google Translate to text me.
Oh, that's dedication. That's love.
Love that. Really, succeeds language barriers.
Yeah, exactly. My first date ever, this guy takes me to give blood. This was also my first time giving blood.
Wait, why would they do that on a first date? And how do they not know that they're going to give blood? Like, don't you make
They
plans?
like, I know a spot.
Okay, do you want to do the long ones?
Well, yeah, tell me the crazy one that you were. I just like, I haven't read through this, so I'm like, what if I read through the whole thing and then it wasn't worth it?
Well, then we can cut it.
No.
We can always edit it out. But you have to listen. So if I'm going to read this, you have to be listening.
I'm listening.
Okay, too long to type in the box, but this is tea. Basically, he made me really uncomfortable on our first date. This is about 3 years ago. So I looked him up afterwards, and I found a news article with his name from the year prior. Turns out his ex unalived herself and their 2 small kids. So like she went on a date with this guy. He was like made her feel uncomfortable. She went home and searched him up, and she finds a news article that his ex the year before killed herself and their 2 kids because allegedly he was abusing her and possibly the kids too. Not sure. So of course I immediately block him because WTF. And then he proceeds to literally stalk me, calling me from all sorts of different numbers, tries to request my location. Luckily he didn't know where I live, but I heard from him again about a year ago from yet another number threatening me because I reported him on Bumble. Crazy.
See, and this is feeding into my not going on dates with strangers. Oh my God. I also listen to too much true crime because I'm like,
But like at least, like I just feel like just Google the person before,
no, I don't like to Google.
Like if
people.
she
I
would have
look them
just,
up.
I know, but if she would have just Googled him and found the news article before the date, she would have like known.
Hell. Okay,
And-
okay.
That's all you have to say to that.
Well,
I had so many questions. Like I
Okay,
had
what's
so
the
many follow-up
questions?
questions. First off, if he was the reason for her taking her own life and her children's, wouldn't he be in jail?
yeah,
But also all of your witnesses are dead. So it's like your word against whose, right?
I mean, it'll come down to like if he has any alibis or anything like that. Like if there's people, like if he was gone, if he wasn't there around a certain period of time, and someone like was like, "Oh yeah, he was with me."
no
No, he
one's
didn't-
saying
No one's
that
saying
he killed
accusing
her.
him that he killed.
Oh, okay.
She did it herself, but
Or saying it's because of his treatment that it led her
Well,
to
then
those.
why the kids?
But you can't arrest somebody for like being the reason that somebody commits.
No, but if there was
suicide.
like bruises on her body, or you know what I'm saying, like if there was
Physically. Okay,
physical
I see, I see.
abuse,
Okay, next story. That one was dark, and that's not good for Valentine's Day, Emma. What the hell?
These are the craziest date stories. All I gotta say is this: we should learn. Google your date before. And
I'm not going on.
also,
new
if I were
dates.
her,
What was that sound?
the minute I found this out, I would get a restraining order against him.
Yeah, Google your date and also let people know where you're gonna be or give them your location.
Are you gonna read the other long ones or no?
No.
We'll save those for next week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this will be the finale. Worst date story.
I'm scared.
It's 2017. I'm 20 years old, and I went on a date with a man in his late 30s. I met him on Tinder. He seemed really kind and direct and was really intentional about wanting to take me on a date. So being the young 20-year-old, I went on the date with the guy without a phone call or FaceTime. Nothing. Like just raw dogging the experience.
It's a horrible idea.
We went to a Mexican food restaurant and the date was terrible. I quickly noticed he was very socially awkward and would look around his surroundings weirdly on and off throughout the date. So kind of just like, gotta keep an eye out for Selener vibes.
being a fucking weirdo vibes.
I thought maybe he's just nervous and needs to chill out, so I kind of brushed it off. After we finished the meal, he said he didn't want the night to end. So we went on a drive to a common lookout spot in the hometown. He drove. I left my car at the restaurant. I know, mistake number 1. He asked if I wanted to smoke. Ganja.
Not ganja. Keep reading, Emma.
Once we got to the lookout spot, I stupidly said yes, so we hotboxed the car when all of a sudden I see police lights pull up behind the car. I knew I was effed because I was not 21 yet, and at the time, ganja wasn't legal for 21 and under or whatever. The officers approached the car and asked us to step out. We were on opposite sides of the road for questioning. Obviously, they knew we were high, so I immediately began sobbing to the officer. I've never been arrested or in trouble. I was really scared. The officer asked me if I knew who this man was, and I said I had just met him that night. The officer explained that this person has had a warrant out for their arrest for some time, and the night could have been extremely dangerous. I look over on the other side of the road while they searched the car. They pulled out this huge duffel bag from the trunk and then proceeded to arrest the guy. Long story long, they felt bad for me, so they let me get picked up by my sister and told me to never do that again. I was mortified. I felt like my first adult fail. Moral of the story, screen all your dates before going. Stalk them. It can save your life. Do not let the man drive you anywhere unless you know. Whatever. Yeah, unless you know that the person's not suspect.
Wait, what was he arrested for?
So I get this story in my DMs earlier today. I called Gabi immediately because I'm like, I cannot wait to tell her this. Like, I have to just tell her on the phone. I'm telling Gabi the whole story. I'm like, yeah, there's a body bag in the back. Like, it was.
I thought you meant there was a body in his trunk.
No,
I'm like, Emma, there's no way that story is real.
No.
It just physically can't be.
See, this is why I can't. This is why we can't have nice things.
Wait, why did you say that then?
I thought when I was reading it so quickly, and then I just caught FaceTime you, I thought that there was a body bag. I didn't think there was a body in it, but I thought it was a body bag. Like, he was going to kill her and put her in it.
Oh, I see.
And that's why the officer said he's
But it was
really
just a duffel bag?
dangerous. But come to find out, I DM'd her back. I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry for you, but can I ask you a few questions? And I was like, what was his warrant out for? And she said armed robbery. So he like brought a gun and tried to rob somebody. And then drug. And then she said, obviously, drug possession. And I was like, obviously, the weed. But then I read back, it was, I think the duffel bag in the trunk was just drugs.
I see.
So it turns out, if
You're
you
like
frame
serial
it,
killer.
if you frame it as like, oh, well, he could have been a serial killer, it kind of sounds like a good story.
I'm just like, I don't know. As many crime stories as I listen to, I'm like, actually, like actual serial killers, like sociopaths, like crazy people like that, they are really like more rare than you would think, and very hard to come by. So I'm like, if a girl actually went on a date with a serial killer, like that's fucking insane. Like that is insane.
No, she just went on a date with a robberist.
Drug dealer.
Drug dealer.
Boring. Like,
no,
fuck.
but both of those stories, I'm just like, I could probably never go on a date ever again. Like, I would be like, I need to be single in my house.
I've been on dates with worse people.
Oh, and you just been like holding that back this whole episode?
Well, I'm like, well, when you frame it that way, like drug dealer, or like armed robbery, like I really thought there was a dead body in this man's trunk. I'm like, Emma, they're bamboozling you right now. They're not telling the truth.
No, it was that bamboozled.
Yeah.
I went back.
You bamboozled yourself.
I bamboozled myself. I went back. The girl has come to one of my Pilates events. So it's for sure a real story.
Oh, what a rush, guys. What a great way to ring in this Valentine's Day.
I hope you all are out there on dates with normal people that you've screened, that you've got a background check on. Make sure you have the restraining order ready to go just in case.
Oh, brother.
They turn out to be a weirdo. But no, happy Valentine's week. Happy Love Month. I hope you feel loved this week by somebody in your life. And remember, not that the only kind of love is not just romantic love.
Just like how I'm a loveful sister.
Yeah, your family, your friends, your pets. What else? Food.
Dubai chocolate bar.
Slushy
like-
noobs. Selena
Hansel.
Gomez. Anna Wintour's eyeball.
Jennifer Aniston. Anybody else we're forgetting?
Justin Bieber, Billie Eilish,
Claudia
Chris.
Slutsky.
Saluski, Lexi from Pilates, Addison
who's
Rae,
the Bratz
Fedora,
girl?
Charlie XCX, Troy Sivan. We
Yeah.
love you.
I think that
And we're
covers all the
wishing you
bases.
guys happy Valentine's Day specifically.
Just a reminder, we do drop an episode every Wednesday on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. If you want to join the Hefties over on Instagram or TikTok, you can follow us there. And we hope you guys enjoyed today's episode.
Welcome.
Love ya.
You have arrived to the